Hey guys, I'm Dr. Greer and I wanted to show off our new CoolSculpting set. About CoolSculpting, it is the most popular non-invasive fat removal treatment on the market. It's the one chosen by the most plastic surgeons. And the reason is it works. Unlike some other techniques which may be FDA approved for temporary appearance in the reduction of fat or cellulite, or for reduction in fat in one or two areas, CoolSculpting is FDA approved to reduce fat in 8 different body areas. So it's approved under the chin to reduce fat and tighten skin. It's approved over the abdomen, the flanks, the arms, the back bra roll, the outer thighs, and the inner thighs. So that's a ton of areas. And what that means for you is that the CoolSculpting company, which is now owned by Allergan, had to prove that the treatment was not only safe, but that it actually did reduce fat in order to get that FDA approval. So that is what CoolSculpting is about. It's cryolipolysis, which means cold fat removal. So cryo is cold, lipolysis is rupture of fat cells. Those are your adipose cells or lipid cells, and that's where the lipo part comes in. So cryolipolysis was actually first discovered. There were a couple case reports of people having their fat atrophy and shrink down from being exposed into the cold. One case was an equestrian, so a horseback rider, and she was exposed to the cold. Her legs in particular were exposed to the elements, and she actually got atrophy of her fat. So this was studied by some researchers, and they figured out if you very carefully cool down human tissue, you can get the fat to freeze without freezing the water. And water is what's in blood cells and skin cells and nerve cells. So your skin is protected and safe, but the fat cells actually crystallize and freeze and then die. And your body scavenges the fat, breaks it down, it's processed by your liver. So that those fat cells are gone, just like if you had liposuction. Now you may notice there are 2 machines behind me. Let me explain a little bit why we have 2. So this is the CoolSculpt machine. This is the applicator. And there are several different applicators. We have a really big guy for doing your sides or your abdomen. We have a petite, which this is for doing your arms. There's the Advantage, which will also do the abs on most people. And then there's a mini for under the chin, or you can even get that fat right above your knee. Yeah. But you didn't even realize there was fat there, but we can treat that. So this applicator has a metal part that cools down, and a little rubber gasket goes on this, and what happens is there's suction and it holds it onto your tissue, and that cold plate chills the tissue down. So what does that whole process feel like? Well, I had it done on my arms a couple of weeks ago because, you know, I gotta look out for you guys, right? I gotta test this stuff. And when the suction kicked on, it pinched a little bit and it tugged. I mean, it was not like comfortable, but it wasn't painful. And then when the cooling turned on, it felt very, very cold, unsurprisingly. After about 5 minutes though, things kind of went numb, so it wasn't really that uncomfortable anymore. And the applicator was 5 minutes. And that's why we have 2 of these, because when you apply it and it's on for 35 minutes, it's a lot faster if you can do 2. So I had 1 applicator on each arm. Same thing with your stomach. You know, it may take 4 applicator cycles to cover the whole abdomen. So by having 2 machines, we can cut the time in half for you because, you know, you guys are busy. You got important stuff to do. So when the applicator comes off, the tissue rewarms, and this is kind of a pins and needles thing. We massage the tissue, and that actually kills more of the fat cells. So that massage is really, really important. Now right afterward, my skin felt a little sensitive to the touch, and that persisted for a couple of days, and the skin still feels a little bit numb, but I honestly don't even really notice it most of the time. So a little discomfort, but in terms of downtime, like I hopped right up and went back to seeing patients. I literally could have gone to the gym that day. There's really no downtime. You might have a little bit of swelling and bruising, but no big deal. So it's perfect for people who are really active. You know, if you don't want to take a month off at the gym, like you would have to with liposuction, you don't have to with CoolSculpt. You can get right back into your normal routine. And as the name suggests, CoolSculpting, it's for sculpting. It's not going to debulk fat like liposuction would, but it is going to contour those stubborn areas of fat. So if you're at a healthy weight and you just have that little bit of fat on your arms or your chin or your stomach or your waist, you know, those love handles in guys, I've seen so many guys who are fit and trim, but they've just got some stubborn fat they can't get rid of. Same thing with women. So CoolSculpting is perfect for that. As I said, the treatment is done right in the office. Most people will have 2 sessions a month apart, and for each session you're here a couple of hours. It depends on how big of an area and how many areas you get treated. So I definitely recommend bringing your cell phone, bring an iPad, something to read. I mean, you really can nap. We've got this super comfy chair. It's actually really comfy, and we tuck you all in with blankets and pillows, so you're pretty comfy while you're hanging out. You literally can fall asleep while it's happening, catch up on your emails, catch up on your Netflix, whatever you want to do. And then you come back in a month, we do photos, and then we do your second session. So how do you know if CoolSculpting is right for you? If you don't want to have surgery, either because you don't have the downtime or you just don't want something invasive, CoolSculpting is a great option. If you're at a fairly healthy weight, generally like BMI 30, 32 and under, just because, as I said, CoolSculpting is not going to debulk hugely. Now that doesn't mean you shouldn't come see me. I may have other options for you, and that's the great advantage of seeing a plastic surgeon, because I can help you whether that's liposuction or tummy tuck or CoolSculpting. And as a doctor, obviously I can help you with weight loss as well. So if you want to contour your body, definitely come see me. If you're interested in CoolSculpting, come in for a consultation. We'll talk about your problem areas. I'll give you a tailored treatment plan that is for you specifically, and it's no hassle. We're also not going to push you. I know there are some chain companies around that do offer CoolSculpting, and sometimes they have pushy sales tactics. I'm not going to name names, and honestly I don't know for sure, but I know that this stuff exists in the marketplace. So if you come here to Greer Plastics, we're not going to try to upsell you. We're not going to twist your arm and offer you a special that's only good that day. But I will give you an honest opinion of what I think the best option is for you given your goals and budget. We've got some great financing options. I'm excited we now offer Green Sky financing, which is a really good option because they go through several different banks. So if you've heard of Care Credit, Green Sky has a higher approval rate, and they've got a no interest for 12 months option. So if you want to apply for that, the link is not up on our website quite yet, but you can go to greensky.com/providers/Jennifer Greer, and I'll put that link under this video. So that is a great option, and you can use it not only for CoolSculpting, but you can use it for surgery, Botox, fillers, even laser hair removal. And the consultations for CoolSculpting are complimentary. We do not charge for those. So if you're interested, give us a call, 440-974-8577. Thanks so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions about CoolSculpting, we would love to hear from you. You can email my office manager, Debbie, at office.manager@doctor.com, and that's doctor spelled out. So I will put her email address below the video as well. Have a great day.